Hi there, Brandon. How you doing? I've got your ad up here, as you can see, but I want to jump over here. I was looking at your writing. Um, okay, talking about the images. That's cool. Push the idea of family spending on a beach together in additional. Toys masking image in order to further push the vacation or kids mentally. I get that. Good job with the images. You got a few adjustment layers. I want to talk about the adjustment layers as well. Brighten the overall image. From there, I mask the image and mix symbols. Okay. Yes, I made sure to keep everything towards the top of the image. That way, it will contrast the contact information. A logo created below. So you're talking about vertical balance. That's good. Excellent consideration there. When it comes to the live text, I put emphasis on the family and especially the fact that the children need sleep. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. I've got the ad open right here. So I think it's a good start. Now, there's a couple of things that I would recommend. The background image is a little bit hazy, as we can see. So I think you've done probably as much as you can in terms of pushing contrast there. Because if we push contrast any further, we're going to start losing detail in the shadow areas. You've preserved the detail in the highlight areas, which is fantastic, and we still have good detail in the shadow areas. So again, I don't think we can push the contrast anymore in this image, as it is inherently a kind of a hazy image. So I think we've done about everything we can there. I think the masked image is adjusted beautifully. You've got some really great color and tone there, so good job. Okay, type requirements. Don't forget Arial bold for the headline, Arial bold italic for the subhead. There's no leeway there. That is a solid requirement, so that has to be changed. Arial bold for the headline, Arial bold italic for the subhead, and regular Arial for the body copy. Keep that in mind. As far as the placement of the logo goes, this isn't an accepted logo. If we jump out there, and I'll open that up really quick so we can take a look at the accepted logos. But this logo, so as we can see, here's the logos. And as we can see, none of these logos are indicative, or the logo that you have used is not indicative of this logo. It looks like what you've done is taken this main logo and placed a purple background on it. And that's something that you don't want to do as a designer. Whenever you have a logo that has given to you in the style guide, a client style guide is basically their branding Bible. So if there's a logo in the style guide, it's reasonable to say that a designer should not touch that logo other than place it, should not make any changes whatsoever. It's a very important concept, and one I think that is definitely it needs to be understood by all designers. If you have any questions in that regard, let me know, because it's a very, very important concept. So we want to place the logo as it comes from the style guide. Over here, contact information is not complete. Now, don't forget there's a full list of contact information in that style guide. It's right here. Okay, so you need to include all the contact information. Now, as far as the general layout goes, there's a couple of things I think we can do here. I think that this is a little problematic in that the masked image is covering it's covering one of the kids, the image of the kid, and I'm not sure if that's the greatest situation. My recommendation here is to take the contact information. Be sure you go out to the announcements and review all of these all of these examples in the announcement. But there's a technique that is used a couple of times here, and I find it to be very effective, and that's placing the contact information as a header across the top of the page. That opens up the bottom of the ad. That way you can reduce the size of the sand toys and bring them down and place them in this corner. All right, so in summary, you have contact information across the top, Arial bold italic, Arial bold for the headline, Arial bold italic for the subhead, regular Arial for the body copy. Use one of the required logos, place the entire contact information, then reduce the size and bring the toys down a little bit as not to obstruct the image of the child on the left with the orange shirt. Okay, so that is it, really. Those are my recommendations. I think they're definitely going to bring this into accordance with the requirements for the assignment, and I think it's also going to improve the page harmony and general mechanics associated with the ad. So I'd like to see those changes. If you're not crazy about those changes, be sure to take a look at the announcements for those examples. I want you to look at those examples and really study them and see what's working and see what's not working. And actually, there shouldn't be much that's not working in those examples, because I picked each one due to its a high regard for the elements and principles of design, as well as page mechanics, balance, hierarchy, visual harmony, etc. So take a look at those and really study what's working and try to see how you can use those as inspiration for your own design. Go ahead and make those changes. I'd like to see those changes made relatively quickly, as we use the magazine ad as a basis for the banner ad. So it would stand to reason that the magazine ad should be complete before beginning the banner ad. And in a perfect world, it will. But if you still find yourself working, that's okay. We have to get started on that banner ad quickly. So the point I'm trying to make here is let's go ahead and make these changes to the magazine ad quickly. Go ahead and resubmit here. I'll be glad to make additional comments or somehow get it to me so that we make sure that we're heading in the right direction before we start working on the banner ad. Okay, that's really all I have, Brandon. Good job describing your writing. Great start on the ad, and I'd love to see those changes. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.